Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Clandestine Cabal. I'm Jason.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Matt, returning from the ends of the earth.
See, we do like him no matter what Ben says.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have got 3 awesome reviews for you guys today. We have got Ultimate X-Men #1, we've got Uncanny X-Men number 543, and we've got Batman #1. So we are going to kick it off with Ultimate X-Men #1.
Okay. Alright, bring it out front so you can see the pretty picture. Alright, that is Ultimate X-Men #1, as my good friend Jason just said. It is written by the awesome Nick Spencer. I have to say that I didn't know too much about him. I've been reading the Spider Island Cloak and Dagger one-shot, which I have to say is the best Spider Island tie-in if you have to read one that's not part of the main story. And he's also writing Morning Glories for those of you who are in the know and like the whole Eisner thing and like the indie comics and stuff. So I've heard nothing but great stuff about it. I'm just now kind of discovering that he's awesome. And this is another book where he's really good yet again. This whole Ultimate Comics thing is starting over from, I don't want to say from scratch because there's obviously stuff that's happened before that still matters. But it's a great jumping on point for new readers. And it was a really good kind of state of affairs of like the mutant world and the Ultimate Universe. So it was good to know kind of where everything stands and like who's dead in this universe and who's alive and what's going on. So like I said, there's only 3 ongoings and 1 miniseries for this Ultimate Universe. So I highly recommend that you read it and just jump in and go full throttle with it. It's great.
I really enjoyed it. It was a great jumping on point for somebody who hasn't read like more than 4 issues of Ultimate X-Men. Me too. And
this is my first Ultimate X-Men.
Ooh. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really like the kind of dystopian feel without like actually being a dystopia. Well, I guess for mutants it is a dystopia.
It's always a dystopia.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I mean, I really like the characters. Kitty Pryde looks like she's taking a big leadership role, which I mean, I'm like every other comic fan in the world. I love Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
But I definitely like it, and I'm looking forward to this bit of the Ultimate Marvel Universe.
I have to say it's fairly interesting. It's a good new take on it, especially after the whole ultimatum stuff.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, everybody dies.
See, I know nothing about that. I'm glad.
I didn't really know much about it until I was informed by Wikipedia. But yeah, I just think it's kind of funny that it's coinciding with the new DC reboot as well. I think Marvel and DC were kind of coinciding on how they wanted to do stuff like this. But it is good for a new generation of readers. You don't really have to know anything about the X-Men to get into it because they kind of explain everything except for Wolverine, but that's another story. Because he's in like 10 other comics.
Alright. And next up we've got Uncanny X-Men number 543. Tying into Fear Itself, the last part of the Fear Itself story. And yes, this cover speaks the truth. Colossus is now the Juggernaut bitch. And it was... Uncanny X-Men has done... Like, normally, tying into big events, like, kind of pulls a series down. It's done the exact opposite for Uncanny X-Men. It is, like, it's really risen to the occasion, and this issue is action-packed, awesome, and heartbreaking, because if you're a fan of Joss Whedon's big, astonishing X-Men story, then, like, I mean, that's when Colossus lost Kitty, and now Kitty's kind of losing Colossus, but... Tons of fun. Read the whole story. It's awesome.
I guess I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Uncanny X-Men, I have to say I agree with you. I think it's the best tie-in to the Fear Itself series.
Except for maybe Journey into Mystery.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like Journey into Mystery. I just think it's kind of tangential to what's going on with Fear Itself, and this actually feels like it's part of it. That's the only thing I would say is better. But yeah, Kieran Gillen's writing both, and that kind of like leads to my second point, and that Kieran Gillen is just really good, and kind of like this, it's like literary mind in a like comic book setting. So if you really like that kind of stuff like I do, then I highly recommend you read it. It kind of has, like you were saying, with tie-ins to crossovers like that, you kind of lose character development and things like that. And with this tie-in series, it's been great because there's actually been character development because of Fear itself, and that's just rare. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's worth the read. I haven't read any of Fear itself, except for what Wikipedia told me.
It's always safe.
Ongoing theme here. But yeah, no, it's really good. You know, especially the fact that they're overpowering the Colossus now, just in my opinion. But it, like Ben said, you know, having the same writer write both ongoing and miniseries, it really helps kind of bring everything together and make it not suck as a tie-in. So just,
you know, if they were going to give like the Juggernaut's powers to anyone, though, Colossus would be the.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense. It's just, you know, now he's a mutant with extra magical powers, and that's my only issue with the whole thing.
Well, it's kind of how like Ileana is too.
Or like
Yeah.
Ion
Yeah.
when he was a Green Lantern
Yeah.
and all that. So
Worth the read though. Pick it up. Finally, we're moving on to Batman #1. Great opener for the new Batman series. You kind of get a feel for it being in the new universe. It still picks up right after where everything left off. They explain that, you know, stuff has happened and all that. New upgrades to the Batcave where it can now go with Bruce now. You'll have to read it to figure out how. And it starts off with a great opener of Batman fighting pretty much over half of his rogues gallery at the same time.
He's Batman.
Yes. And
That's awesome.
forgot to mention it's written by Scott Snyder, so
yes.
it is amazing.
Forgot to mention.
I'm gonna get on that in a minute. So.
Yeah. Just it's Batman. Read it.
I'm Batman.
You go ahead.
Oh, okay. All I want to say is that I think this and Aquaman #1, which comes out next week, are the only comics in the DC new that I like expect to be good. Like, I will not accept subpar for this. I will not accept like a bad entry issue or anything like that. I only expect the absolute best from Scott Snyder writing Batman, and I got the absolute best. Like, I was not disappointed by this. I cannot wait to read this series every month, and Scott Snyder's awesome.
Yep. Scott Snyder's awesome. And
If we didn't say it enough already.
yeah, in case you didn't get it, or get how we feel about him.
He's the nicest guy.
He is, but we could do like a whole other video. But anyway, no, he's really great. This issue was really great. Like you said, it was Scott Snyder doing Batman. So if you read the Detective Comics run at all, then there was no way that it was going to be bad. It was just, he has just such a great take and pulse on who Batman is.
And it's really good because like he does differentiate between, he differentiates very well the difference between like writing Dick Grayson's Batman and writing Bruce Wayne's Batman,
which they do touch on in this.
Yeah,
not spoiling anything. Not spoiling anything. The ending is one of the biggest cliffhangers that I've seen in a Batman comic in a while, and it's gonna get you hooked.
Well, I'm really stoked because Kyle Higgins is writing Nightwing, and as I think I mentioned in another video, Kyle Higgins and Scott Snyder teamed up to do Gates of Gotham, which is arguably one of the best Batman miniseries in a while. So just the fact that those two guys are teaming up again and just writing something that's actually going to be in just really present for you to read, I'm like I said, I'm just really excited, and I can't wait to see what else is going to happen.
And it also kind of seems like the ending of Nightwing kind of ties into the ending of this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's a great thing.
Nightwing and Batman are
they're really teaming up and making sure they're not getting continuity mixed up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we've got awesome books, so be sure to check out our third DC speed round, which we're about to start right after this video is done. And we'll see you guys next week. Go and pick up some comics. Pick up